This is Cooking with the Buckeye Chef, and I am Prophecy. I'm going to be your host, not today, but every day of this show. We got the Buckeye in the back. He is just getting everything ready for you. And we have tasted the NBA, week 3 here. We've got San Antonio versus Golden State. San Antonio today, we do have a chicken taki tender and also the chicken ranch quesadilla with something that's going to be interesting to see versus the Golden State. Why not? Golden State's going to come in hard with this pork tenderloin crostini. If you don't know what crostini is, you're already messing up. And they got a nice wheat beer for you too. So here's the Buckeye Chef.
Bam! You know what's funny? It's good to be back again. But what's funny is that Golden State and San Antonio played last night, and we picked the teams. We weren't even thinking about the schedule. And luckily, this is like kind of the food that kind of you may have seen or tasted when you were at the game last night or you're eating the game. So Taste NBA, week 3. Buckeye Chef is here. Thanks for watching. We're going to have a great time with the chicken ranch quesadilla, the chicken taki tenders, the pork tenderloin crostinis, and our special wheat beer that we have going on. Are you excited? I know I am, so let's get cooking. All right, today we're going to get these going off. Get our bread sliced up for this crostini. Golden State didn't win last night, so it was a blowout, but we'll see what happens when the food taste comes on and see who really wins the battle. Because when it comes down to it, food trumps everything because you got to eat, right? Okay. And mind you, it is almost Super Bowl time coming up. So all this food that we're preparing for you today, you can have for your Super Bowl party. You can have for any kind of get together for NBA, but there's little snacks we have going on. All this is right here is just some French bread that I have. I'm going to just cut it at an angle. And just going to cut a few slices up. And you want to get it just a little thick right there. Like so you have some body to your bread. And you're going to place it on this tray, this cookie tray. Really simple, really easy. Bam. And you're all set up to go right there. And the oven is nice and hot to go because we always put it at 375. If you haven't watched, 375 always, we keep it on. Sometimes we could put it at 400, but 375 today. Take the EVO squared. A little drizzle right there, your EVO squared. Little salt. Kosher salt, little crushed black pepper. Put that to the side. It's going to go in the oven for about 7 to 10 minutes just to get kind of a little bit of crunchy there. When we put the pork on top and apples, be ready to go. I'm going to get my one skillet going right now because I'm going to get my tenders ready. Also, I'm going to get my chicken ready to go for the quesadillas. So what we have here, we're going to use is a chicken. For the tenders, we're going to cut in strips, and for the quesadillas, we're going to cut them in cubes, dice. So we have our chicken breast that we have. As I've always said, you can get your chicken breast cut up at your butcher and in your supermarkets. When you go home, you don't have to worry about it. So I have this breast. I had them sliced in half for me, really easy. And then I'm going to cut it up real easy for myself. So take this up, cut this in 3s, and then I'm going to take this for the dice. And remember, the smaller you cut your chicken up, the faster it will cook. So you don't have to worry about something taking too long. So we're going to cut all these in 3s. So we'll see what has been going on. Well, as you know, if you watch this show, I'm a big Bronco fan, and we won against the Patriots. So if you have any Patriot fans, I'm sorry, not really, because we won. We're going to the ship, place in Carolina. It's going to be a great game. and 2 weeks to go. So gonna have a little maybe Super Bowl party, hanging out, have some good snacks, some good food. So if you are free, come on out, have your Buckeye Chef's food, hang out, fellowship, have a good time. So my tenders, I'm still keeping the 3s, so have them like so. So it'll be real nice and good. Just gonna finish cutting up this chicken between tenders and between diced. These last 3, I'm gonna use it for my strips here. There we go. Boom. It's gonna be real nice and good right here, guys. All right. One more there, one more here. And we got this all cut up. So, what I have going on here, I have my diced chicken right here, guys. Then I have my chicken tenders right here. So we're all set to go. This I have turned up. Gonna get a little bit of my EVO square going on in the back. And then just gonna throw all these tenders in there right now. That's gonna cook. I'm gonna wash my hands and we're gonna begin the preparation for the tenders right next coming up. Okay. So my hands got all washed dealing with that chicken. You don't want to cross-contaminate, so be sure to kind of wash your hands as you go through this process. Or if you have gloves, we're going to use some gloves coming up. Gloves can help you from washing your hands so many times. So, you know, because washing your hands constantly, but I'm going to use some gloves here in a second. So as that's going, I'm going to take a little bit of salt and crushed black pepper like I used before for the bread and just sprinkle over top. That's the pepper. That's the salt. Good to go. And just take it like so. Let that mix around in the background and start working probably about, say maybe 7 or 10 minutes. If you want to speed up your cooking process, you can cover it. If you have like another pan, I took this, put it on top and cover it. It's like an induction, keeps the heat in there and circulating so it cooks faster. I'm working my tenders right here. So as I'm going through this, I'm going to use my gloves actually, guys, that I brought today. Taki is actually almost like Fritos or Cheetos, I want to say. They're pretty good. Takis right here look just like this. Cool little, almost like Cheeto, little spicy, but I like it a lot. So we're going to take these Takis and then we're going to crush them. Magic, right? I know. So we have crushed Takis. We have some flour. And we're going to have a little bit of egg. So we take our egg. It's going to kind of do little cracks in here. We go through. There we go. We're going to season these little compartments real quick. So a little salt in the eggs, a little salt in the flour, a little pepper in the eggs, pepper in the flour. The Takis already have enough flavor from the chips already, so you don't have to worry about seasoning that. I did throw just a touch of flour in my Taki mixture, kind of help out with the coating, but we're gonna go for our tenders, flour, egg, and then Taki mixture. So it's a 3-part bath. The salt and the pepper you have in here, just give it a quick little mix. And be careful if you use pepper because it can get in your nose and you'll be sneezing a little bit. So if you sneeze, just do like Cam Newton do a dab. Be like, achoo. See, I just dabbed right there. Boom. Making sure my chicken stays good behind there. I'm gonna go in here real quick. Get a fork and just whisk these eggs up for my mixture. Like so. It's almost like I'm making eggs for an omelet. Just whisk them up real quick, put them together, break up the yolks with the whites, and you're good. And then we're just gonna go flour to egg wash to our Taki mixture, and then we're gonna put it right on our plate right here. And we'll just go through them and so you can see real quick. One hand for dry, one hand for wet. That way you keep everything together. So let's go through real quick, okay? So this is our dry. This hand is for my wet. And then this hand again for dry. And boom, Taki crusted chicken tender. And we're just gonna go through, do a few of these up. And just making sure you keep it that way. You're one hand wet and one hand dry. It helps out when you are doing breading of any assortment, so one hand doesn't get too cluttered or caked on from all the going from wet to dry. And you're good to go. Bam. Just keep going through, breaking up your, coat them all, those Takis. Have you heard that song, anybody? Hot Cheetos and Takis, Hot Cheetos and Takis. Got my finger staying red, but I cannot get it off me. I like some hot Takis. It's a good song. You can YouTube that one, you'll like it a lot. And we're just gonna go through and finishing them off. As we're going through here, let you guys know, now that, and we're in Texas right now, and we don't have too much of the hot weather going on, it's almost getting close to festival season for all the foodie events we have going on out here. I'm very excited about all the foodie events because, I love checking out new food, new restaurants, new things we're doing in Metroplex. And just coming up, we're gonna have our season come up. We're gonna get a chance to just kind of explore and have all kinds of fun with everything we have out here. We get a few of these going here. Bam. It's good enough for the Takis. Get these off. Oh, I got one last one to do real quick. One was left in the flour, so I'm gonna finish that one off. Get that all rolled up. There we go. Okay, let's get this all out the way, guys. Then come back and we're gonna get our chicken quesadillas going. All right. Okay. Come to the back to make sure the chicken is almost ready to go. That is just about ready to go in the background. So we're going to start assembling our ingredients right here that we're going to wait for the chicken to add to it. So I said it was a chicken ranch quesadilla. Have some ranch dressing. And the ranch is kind of like a little bit of a, has a lot of flavor in there. We're going to use some cumin. We have used that before. For just a little bit, about a tablespoon of cumin, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to use a bit of smoked paprika, another teaspoon there. We're going to use about a quarter cup of corn. You can use canned corn, or if you have a fresh ear, you want to roast it in the oven, you can shave it off and put it right in there. Go half a cup, not a quarter cup. Sorry, guys. There we go. And then we're going to add a little bit of cheese. There we go. And this is going to be, it's a cheese blend, good for quesadillas and nachos. Chicken is ready. So we're right in the mix, right there. And this, we're just going to give it a stir together. Boom. You have a good little mix. See right there, guys. It's the chicken, the cumin, the corn, the cheese, the garlic, the onion, the smoked paprika, a little bit of smoky taste. Really good. So let's put these quesadillas together. We're gonna assemble these. Get your tortillas you have. Just place a little bit on the half right there. And just fold over. You can pack it really full if you want to. There we go. We'll do a few more. Bam. And if you want, you can leave a large tortilla. I like the smaller ones myself. Kind of more of a, it's a snackier type dish that you don't have to, you can cut up, you don't have to worry about as much. And there we go. And the cheese is a binder which helps it stick. And when it does get real hot, the cheese melts. It'll just stick together and be absolutely perfect. So I have one more to do real quick. Fill up half a side real quick for you guys. Bam. There we go. So I'm gonna have my pork, I'm gonna have my Takis, and I'm gonna have my quesadillas all working at the same time. And I'm gonna have my bread in the oven. So turn everything up. We're gonna everything going same time. Everything can be finished together. It's gonna be probably about 7 to 10 minutes on all this, and then you're golden and you're good to go. So, put this off to the side real quick. Bring over my plates because we're gonna be eating pretty soon. Get my Takis ready near the stove. And then I'm also gonna get ready. So I'm missing one thing. Oh, my pork. I didn't get that ready yet, guys. So let's slide this over. We gotta cut up my pork. That is an important thing if I'm gonna have my crostinis. So before I cut the pork up, throw those crostinis in the oven. I'm gonna get this pork cut up. I put a little bit of a little rub on it. It's salt, pepper, and paprika. And just kind of let it sit a little bit, soak up some flavor, and be really, really good for you. So, I'm just gonna cut it into some pieces I can lay flat. And also, the thinner you cut this, the faster it will cook. So you don't have to worry about staying in the kitchen too long, because you want to maximize your time in the kitchen. So we will cut a few pieces. And then when we're done, this pork, like I say, will take about 10 minutes to cook. And it's tenderloin. Tenderloin is also a healthy part of the pig when you get it. Lay these out. And we're gonna be set to go, guys. Now let's start getting everything ready in the pans. All right. I'm gonna layer my Takis and my pork in the pans, my two front. My quesadilla is gonna go in there in the back. All right. Takis are going. Pork is going. I'm gonna wash my hands, get tied up, and then we're gonna have a special drink coming up for Golden State. Okay. Got a cutting board cleaned off and get this one out the way. New knife, we're set to go. Okay. Let that work. In my background, I have my quesadillas. I'm going to start searing those off and get those going. About maybe 3 to 5 minutes per side, ready to go. We're looking really good right now, guys. So I do have a glove. It broke, so we're not going to use it. It's done. All right. Now we got one more thing to cut up. Is our apples that we're going to use for the pork. Everything is working in the background. These are Granny Smith apples, green apples. Work really good for baking, sauteing, and roasting. So I just take them. I'm going to do like little dice on these apples. Like so. The smells right now, guys, are incredible. I can smell the chicken mixing with the pork. It smells really good in the kitchen today. Now we got this one apple cut up. Put it over the container. And the same container that we took the pork in, we're gonna caramelize these apples in. Has all that flavor to go from the pork. So as we work, we're gonna flip all these over and get those ready to go. There we go. Taqui's working, quesadillas are working real nice. Let's check our quesadilla to see how it's coming along. Nice brown flavor, but we have a drink especially for you guys today for Golden State. So out there in Oakland, California, beer is pretty good. I have mixed drinks, but I have a beer. Today we have our Ep6 lemon wheat beer. Really, really good for drinking. So I'm gonna have Prophecy come on. We're gonna sample this drink and just see what we think about it. Ep6 lemon wheat, guys.
Good beer, man. Looks like it tastes good. Everything's smelling good in the kitchen. We got the chicken tacos going, and that's pretty good. The quesadillas look nice. Wow, good, man. So, do you have any history behind this beer or anything at all, or?
Well, I mean, California wine and cheese crowd for the most part, sometimes. And with having like, you know, food kind of spicy, sometimes maybe quesadillas, southwesterny. Want something to kind of offset that, something light kind of works, so it kind of flows in with everything there. Good. That is a little sweetness to it, not too heavy, it's light. It's going to mix in well with the spices that we have going on today from the Takis. And also the quesadillas is not heavy, so it kind of blends in real nice right there. I'm gonna get a plate and start assembling my pork as it finishes. Put that to the side. As I said, guys, it's not going to be too long, so I cut them really thin so it does go really quick, so you kind of have to keep your eye on it to avoid any burning and overcooking. Ooh. Nice quesadilla. Like so in the background. Get my Takis on a plate. Everything is coming along real nice. We're gonna finish up here. We're gonna start plating and just have a good time, guys. Cause I know you're hungry. If you were here and I had smell-o-vision, you would smell everything. It smells absolutely awesome. So then the pork, gonna finish off over here on the side. Have a little bit of my pork residue on the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna throw in my apples real quick. And on my apples, have a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. Mix it really well together. There we go, a little bit of each. Take my quesadillas down the back. Coming along really good. I'm getting really hungry right now, guys. So, have a good time eating today. Then also we're gonna make another special sauce that we have for our Taki tenders. Kind of a little impromptu honey mustard. A little bit of sweet to go along with the spicy, just like how this beer mixes along with all the food that we have going on. So, we're gonna take a little bit of regular mustard and a little bit of honey, which we use both in our show to building up your cupboard. And honey has other health properties which you have seen before. And so we're gonna do about, I say about 1 part mustard to half a part honey. If you want it sweeter, you can go 1 and 1, but not as sweet. So a little bit of that tart from the mustard to mix in with the honey right there. There we go. Cooked over my quesadillas and cut them off. Like them nice and brown. Little char on the outside. Takis are almost ready. Apples take about 3 to 5 minutes to cook and they're ready to go. I'm going to pull my bread out and you're going to see us assemble everything. So I get this mustard and honey together. There we go for the mustard. And a little bit of honey here, guys. There we go. Just take a spoon. Give it a little mix. And remember, if you want it to be sweeter, you can always add more honey. So do a touch more. There we go. Have it mix real quick. Honey mustard is ready to go. Real nice and velvety. And let's assemble everything, guys, because I'm hungry, you're hungry, Prophy's hungry, so let's enjoy. Pork over. This is my apples and pork right here. I'm going to assemble on a crostini. You'll see in 1 second. Crostinis came out real nice. A little toast right there for you guys. Quesadillas ready to go. So let's start assembling, and as we go, we'll check it out. 1, 2, 3. I can cut some of this pork up a little bit. I'm going to put it on here. And then you just take some of your apples. We got all caramelized up. A little sweet. Right on top right there. That's your crostinis right there. It's going to be our French bread that we put in the oven. A little olive oil, salt, pepper, pan-seared pork tenderloin, those caramelized apples. That looks really good, guys. Put it to the side. Next, and get our quesadillas working. Right here. Like so. If you have salsa, you can use salsa. I love salsa Valentina, Mexican hot sauce. Just do a little drizzle over top. Bam. Right there, guys, some quesadillas. And last, we're gonna have some tenders. While those work in the background, I'll get these ready right here. And a little bit of our sauce going on here, guys. It does get a little smoky, so be sure to just kind of watch everything in your background as you go along. And just take it off the heat real quick. It doesn't take long to cook, so put it to the side, it'll just finish off, and we'll have more tenders to go for everybody when they can show up. Or if you have your vent fan going on, turn your vent fan on, it'll suck up the smoke in your kitchen. I didn't turn mine on, so if you're paying attention, thank you. But you can turn it on, there you go. Little container for the honey mustard. There we go. And that's it for a little bit of a sample for today of Taste in the VA. We're gonna have some people come and get a little quick taste, see what they think. So let's enjoy it and have a good time. I got my beer. And also ask me any questions you have going on today. As we sample, we snack through all these. If you're nearby, come eat. Door is open. Come inside the studio, have a good time and eat. Welcome you each week to Cooking with the Buckeye Chef. Tuesdays at 1 p.m. But we are switching to Sunday nights February 21st, Sundays at 7. We're going to have brand new guests. We're going to have new music. We're going to have Russian Egg Roulette, the sequel. Can Prophecy defend his title against Jessica? I don't know. You have to wait until stay tuned to find out. But follow us on Facebook, Cooking with the Buckeye Chef. We're on Twitter, at the Buckeye Chef and at I Am Prophecy. Have Snapchat, Cooking with the Buckeye Chef. See all of our cool pictures. Support the show. Follow the show. Thank you for watching. And we're going to have a little quick sampling of everything. And we will see you there later on. So, are you ready to eat? I am. So I'm going to go through these real quick. First, I got my quesadilla. I can bring some people on. Have some sampling real quick from Prophecy.
Oh yeah, let's do it. We have some guests on the way, so
yeah,
we'll have a few more samples coming in.
And this quesadilla was just ranch, chicken, corn, cumin.
Good. A little bit of spice. Chicken's fresh. Not too heavy. A little bit light. Try me getting back in here, guys. What we have next? Ah, the Taki tenders. Oh man.
No. Little spice. Just take it into your honey mustard sauce. Give it a quick little dip.
That's good as well. A bit of spice from the Takis. You get a nice light taste of the like the corn chips themselves, and you know, again, the chicken's nice and light, not too heavy. It's good.
See what the pork tenderloin.
So what is a crostini exactly?
It is actually your French bread you slice thin and you just roast in the oven.
Okay.
And then you different things you can put on top. Some people put like, you know, beef tartare. There's chicken. You can put all vegetables. Depends on what you like.
It's good.
And that's real light and easy, guys. So, I'm gonna eat, answer all your questions, and I'll be right back.
Here you go.
I forgot about that. Who's that? Hold on, I'll be right back, guys. That'll just be 1 second. You're on the phone real quick, just answering a couple calls about giving somebody directions to come over here and enjoy the food.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So they want to come out and enjoy, so have a good time. But I want to thank you for watching, Ohio. Thank you for watching Europe, DFW, for watching, supporting the show. Follow us, have some more fun with us. Coming soon, we're going to have our special Super Bowl show. Next week, we'll have some apps for you that you can have for your Super Bowl. With the combined Taste of NBA, our last week going on next week. Also, what teams do you want to see play next week against each other for the food? You name the cities, the first 2 cities announced, we're going to go against. So we had Cleveland, Dallas. We have Golden State, San Antonio. You let us know, you let us know who you want to see. And we're going to showcase those teams next week. So the first 2 teams that come up, you're going to see. Give me a couple minutes to decide. Let us know.
Because he's crying at home too. She's not ready. So. Let's just try this. So I guess it should have pretty quick now. I'm good with it, so let's go ahead and try it out.
Okay. Well, from my plate to yours, cooking with the Buckeye Chef. We'll see you next week. Cheers.